There we go. Stay in. There we go. All right, check 1, 2, 3. Guys, give us a thumbs up. Give us a comment if you can hear us. Want to make sure that our sound is good. Um, we'll wait for a few people to hop on here. Up here in now, how do you say it? Is it
That was a honey pack.
Hunia? Hunia Path. Okay, Hunia Path. Up here in South Carolina, talking to Georgia's newest commit, Bralyn Oliver, out here. We came up to watch him scrimmage today, but he's going to hold out on us. He's got a little bit of a nagging ankle injury, so uh, we'll like I said, we'll give everybody a second here. Give us a thumbs up though. Give us a comment if you can hear it. I want to make sure that we want to everybody can hear us. First off, while we get going here. Dane Young says, sounds good. Appreciate that, Dane. Thanks for tuning in, buddy. All right, Bralyn, up here at Belton Hunia Path High School, up here in South Carolina, not too far over the border from Georgia, actually. I rode up here from Athens today. It took me only about an hour and a half or so to get up here. So, but a lot of excitement around here today, especially for you. It's not only your birthday. How old are you turning today?
I'm 17 years old today.
17 years old today. All right. And you decided to celebrate by going public with your commitment to the University of Georgia. Talk to me about that decision. What was it that let you know that today was the day?
Actually, when I like after practice Wednesday, you want me to grab the mic or you go?
No, go on.
All right, after practice Wednesday, it was actually it was Tuesday. Like God was like kind of telling me that like your birthday is the moment you might want to do it then. So I got on the phone with Coach Lanning and I let him know that Thursday was gonna be the day that I make it public because Georgia been my dream school for the longest. Like since I was little, that's where I wanted to play.
All right. Now, I got to say, dream school and being in South Carolina, that doesn't compute for a lot of people. What is it about Georgia? How did you know that was the dream school, man? I mean, like I said, I rode around here a little bit earlier, waiting to get to meet you. A lot of Clemson gear around here, a lot of Gamecocks gear around here. How does a guy from here fall in love with Georgia?
When you watch Georgia football, you see nothing but like straight dogs and beasts, and you see when they make plays, their coaches on the sideline. But even their coaches love their players. It's not they don't even love just football, but they love them as people. So like when I first seen that when I was little, the first player I actually heard from Georgia, Herschel Walker. And when I watch Herschel Walker, like you watch him, and you see what he do. Like he just a maniac. He just crazy on the field. I want to be one of them when I grow up. Like as I started going, I just started recruiting me. I was like, yeah, it's the place.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right. So Herschel Walker, a fan of history here. That's a little bit before your time, man. I think Herschel's probably about 8 times your age or something like that right now. But yeah, no, a long legacy, obviously, of doing some great things for the Bulldogs. You mentioned the Dream School. I know you've had a chance to visit a couple times. Talk to me about those trips down there and how that kind of reinforced that this was the right decision for you.
As soon as I stepped on campus, like when I first stepped on campus, they invited me to the game. I can't remember who they played, but like when I stepped on there, they hadn't even offered me yet. Like this was my first time meeting them, the first time meeting me, and they were showing me love like I was one of the top recruits in the nation, a 5-star. Like they was on it. They was like making us feel special. Even when we left, the coach I went up there was Richie Wyndham. He was like, man, I thought they offered you the way they showed love to you. So like, there's in that moment. Even though I've been wanting to go to that moment, I was like, yeah, this is the place that I need to play.
All right, cool. And you mentioned taking those summer visits this past summer. What was it like to get out there, get coached up by those guys? Get to work with Coach Warren, Coach Smart, and Coach Lanning, and kind of get to see how they operate. When they're not patting you on the back, they're chewing you out a little.
Coach Kirby, he's a DB guy. So like every time we go to the camp, he's over there like, Bralyn, do this, do that. I love that. Like the head coach is over there. I hear the head coach is even coaching you over there. When we was out there working, they was come on full speed. Like they don't even let you slack. They're gonna push you to the best. They're gonna push you to make best as a standard when you out there.
Absolutely. Now, I know you got a couple of other offers. Talk to me about who else has come in. I know West Virginia I saw on the list. Who else is on there?
I had UNC Charlotte, West Virginia. I had App State, Georgia Southern. I had Duke. I had Georgia, Colorado. I had Tennessee. I think I had one more. Oh, I had Louisville.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Which one's the most recent?
No, this usually was Tennessee.
see.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
When'd you pick that one up?
I picked that one up during early summer type.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right. So back in the early summer, and I mean, did you give all these other schools the heads up? I mean, did you tell them, hey, I'm gonna go, I'm gonna commit to Georgia, or was this a little bit more? You just focused on telling Georgia that.
Focus on telling Georgia that. Just focus on telling Georgia.
I got you. Now, talk to me about your fit at Georgia. I know you mentioned defensive backs where they see you. Coach Warren, obviously the coach there. What are they thinking? Safety, cornerback?
Yes, sir. Like the way I'm growing, I'm already 6'2", 200 pounds. So like when I get there, maybe it'd be like somewhat a nickel safety type, somewhat outside linebacker safety type position.
Okay, all right. A little bit of that star position they love so much. All right, so kind of get to drop into coverage, but also come up for run support if need be. How does that set with you? I mean, is that that align with your skill set pretty well?
Oh yes, sir. That's exactly what I want to do.
All right, all right.
Yes,
What are some of the things now? Tell me a little bit about your game. What are some of the things that you feel like you do well already, Bralyn?
well, a lot of people. I mean, a lot of people got speed, but I got speed. I mean, you look at me, you'll think, yeah, he coming to hit you. Yeah, I'm coming to lay that thump on you, but I'm covering too. I'm a hitter, but I'm more of a cover guy. Like I'm guarding. Yes, sir. I'm locking down.
Now, what about going into this season? What are you hoping to work on? What are some of the things you want to improve in your game?
What I want to improve my game now is just, like, I mean, last year I was coming up, I was hitting like that, but this year I want to come up and knock people off their feet when they run the ball. That's what I'm.
Now, this is a big deal because, the commitment at Georgia, obviously for you, it's a huge deal, but it's a big deal for Georgia because you're the first one on board for 2021. You're breaking the ice here. I mean, are you going to start recruiting for the class and helping build it?
Oh yeah, we finna build us a monster class in 2021.
Okay. Do you have some guys already in mind that you're going to start calling here soon?
Now, I ain't really got them in mind yet, but I know a couple. Like when I posted the commitment, a couple guys followed me. So I want to DM them and get on that tonight.
Okay.
DM them tonight.
All right. And, you mentioned getting to spend some time with Charlton Warren and getting to spend some time with Kirby and Coach Lanning and, how they take care of their players. But, when you took those visits to Georgia and you picked up that offer, I mean, what was it like? Tell me how that went down. What was it like to find out that you had the offer?
So when I got the offer, they told me when I went to the game, they was like, no, actually I came up there like I think it was May 15th. I went on another visit, and he was like, come to the camp. I went and watched some practice and stuff, and he's like, come to the camp. So you do your part, we're gonna give you a scholarship. And so I came June 1st. I came to the camp. When I ran the 40. I caught like a low 4.5, and he was like, Coach Lane told me you're gonna leave here a happy man. And then we went and through the conditioning drills, working, and then we went through the individual drills, and I was just up first working. And Coach Kirby was working with me. Coach Warren was working with me. We was working heavy, and then we went to the 7-on-7, and Coach Kirby called me over there and was like, you got your scholarship from Georgia. I couldn't, but smile because it was like dream come true. So I seasoned real hard.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
What did it mean for you to have Kirby? I mean, the head guy, go ahead and be the one to let you know.
That's what when I came home with that offer, and everybody was like, who offered you? And I was like, Kirby Smart. It was like, no way. I was like, yeah, the head coach Kirby offered me at the camp. So like that that touched right now.
All right. Now, talk to me about Kirby. He's like you said, he's a DB guy. He's real hands-on. I saw him out at practice yesterday. He was just working with the safeties. That was all he did the whole practice that we were out there. Tell me about that. What was it that what is it about him? How do you feel like his style fits with you? And what are some of the conversations you guys have been able to have already?
We when we talked, because when I went to the camps and stuff, we had a lot of recruits there. When we talked, he told me like he want the best in Stanley. He want the best for me for my life for not next 4 years, next 40 years. So I know he want the best for me in that, and I know he's gonna push me not just on the field. He's gonna push me in everything I do. But when I'm on the field, I know he's gonna give me the best coaching, the type of stuff that I need to prepare me for my dream to go to the league. And like Kirby's the head coach. I mean, he's a winning coach, as y'all know. He like everything about him is that he's just a great man.
Okay. Now, talk to me about mom's reaction and the family. I mean, how did this go over? Did they know this was coming? Did they know that Georgia was the dream school, that you were waiting on that offer, or did it kind of catch them off guard too?
Nah, see, with my mom, like she says like she has a lot of dreams and stuff, and she see my brother, he playing in the NFL. Now he's up in he doing the prep school up in Charlotte, Tuskegee Galloway, and like she was like before I even got the offer, like before they even started recruiting me, she said she seen me playing at Georgia University and going to the league, and like when it happened, and when I called her, she was like, "I told you," and I was like, "Yeah, it's God working for us."
Unbelievable! Wow, that's pretty cool. That's you got that kind of gave me chills a little bit actually. That's pretty strong. You don't hear that all the time. Now, talk to me, I guess, about this fall. What else do you got coming up? You going to get a chance to come down and see a couple games in Athens?
Like I said, I'm gonna be a lot of games this
Okay,
second.
all right. And
So,
anywhere else you want to visit? I mean, any of these other campuses you're trying to see?
to be real with you, I'm locked in with Georgia. I'm locked in. When I'm committed, I'm committed. I
Okay,
mean,
so no interest in seeing anything else.
nah, I'm locked in with Georgia. So,
Okay, all right. And what makes you so sure? I mean, have you had a chance to take some other visits? I mean,
yeah.
prior to this.
Yes, sir. I've been this summer. I was all over. That's why like people was like, "Oh, why you go so early?" Like people don't know this summer with my training tried to sell it. I've been all over the place. Like I literally visit all my offers the whole summer, and like after I came back from my last one was with Louisville. After I came back from there, recruitment got a little slow for me, and it didn't really like hurt me, but like as it got a little slower, like Georgia, well everybody else was still in touch, but Georgia was still like showing heavy love, and I was like yeah. And then I went back up there to campus, and that's what I was like yeah, mom, we gotta do this earlier than I think.
How did the people here at the high school take it? I mean, like I said, I bet there's a lot of Clemson fans in this student body.
Like around here, my name is kind of big, football even around. So when I posted it, I was actually at lunch when I posted it. And as I left the lunchroom, I couldn't even get to class. Like it was yeah, they loving that.
Awesome, man. Awesome. Now, last couple of things here for you. Talk to me, I guess, about off the field. What are some of the things that you like to do away from the field? Oh, maybe we're going to get rained on. Nice.
I like the people don't know, but I like to play basketball with my friends. Obviously, they was already over there, but like I got a cousin, Zai Scott, CJ playing. They like big time basketball players, so I like to play basketball. And I also I really like help people out. Like
All right. Let's. I'll tell you what. Let's get out of the rain. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We're gonna have more at UGASports.com with Bralyn. So don't forget to tune in over there. Thank you for tuning in today. And yeah, we'll see you guys soon.